Welcome to our virtual online class for 2021.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Today is day 2 of our virtual online class. Want to say welcome back again and thank you for being a part of this platform. Before we begin, let us remember to put God first in everything that we do. So, to now, I'm going to turn over to Miss Column. She's going to have a little devotion before we start.
Let me know.
Yes, I'm hearing Miss Column.
Okay. I'll just do a short prayer because we want to get as much of the lesson today because there's rain ahead of us. Right?
Yes, no
Hello?
problem. Yes, no problem.
Okay. Eternal and ever most heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for another privilege that we can gather here today on this platform, that we can gather much information that is needed to carry on our duties, mighty God, so we can excel in whatever we do. Thank you for your presence with us, mighty God, and help us to retain what we have learned. We tell you thanks. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And
Amen.
all right, so before we start the exact topic, we're going to have a trivia question first before it's a riddle. So riddle me this, riddle me that. There is a place where Christmas comes before Thanksgiving. Where is it?
Here is the place of Christmas come before Thanksgiving.
Where is it? So there is a place where Christmas comes before Thanksgiving. Where is it?
Give us some clues, please.
It's, do you think it's in a book, a dictionary, or it's in the Bible?
Dictionary.
Yes, give her a clap. The dictionary. Well
Yes.
done, Miss Rock. All right,
Okay.
let us start. Our topic for today is software and hardware. So what is a software and a hardware?
In
All right, let me explain. Computer hardware includes the physical parts of a computer, such as the case, the central processing unit, that's the CPU, the monitor, the mouse, the keyboard, computer data storage, graphic cards, sound cards, speaker, and the motherboard. Software is a set of instructions that can be stored and run by the hardware. Example of a software: Microsoft programs. For example, Office, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and Outlook. The other one, internet browsers. For example, Firefox, Safari, Chrome, or Google. 3 types of software: operating system, language processor, and utility software. So those are 3 types of software. Go to turn. I'm going to play a little video to tell you more about what is software. Everyone can see?
Hardware and software. Computer hardware. Computer hardware are the physical parts of a computer that you can see and touch. Some examples of computer hardware are the CPU, monitor, mouse, keyboard, speakers, printer, and motherboard. These are the electronic devices used to build up the computer. Hardware is so called because it is hard or rigid. The hardware is instructed or directed by the software to do any work. The hardware can understand only low-level language or machine language. Computer software. Computer software is the set of instructions that can be stored and run by hardware. The software is responsible for directing the work to the hardware. The software is designed and developed by experienced programmers in high-level language. Software is soft because it is easy to change. Examples of software are MS Word, MS Excel, PowerPoint, Google Chrome, Windows, MS Paint, etc. Hardware cannot perform any task without software, and software cannot be executed without hardware. A combination of hardware and software forms a usable computing system.
So did everybody get to see that clip about software and hardware? Unmute your mics and let me know.
Yes, I did.
Miss Column, did you hear that clip or should I replay that again?
Yes, please play it back. Could you please?
Okay, I'll do that. Afterwards, I'm going to ask a question about it, so it's best to play it back again.
Hardware and software. Computer hardware. Computer hardware are the physical parts of a computer that you can see and touch. Some examples of computer hardware are the CPU, monitor, mouse, keyboard, speakers, printer, and motherboard. These are the electronic devices used to build up the computer. Hardware is so called because it is hard or rigid. The hardware is instructed or directed by the software to do any work. The hardware can understand only low-level language or machine language. Computer software. Computer software is the set of instructions that can be stored and run by hardware. The software is responsible for directing the work to the hardware. The software is designed and developed by experienced programmers in high-level language. Software is soft because it is easy to change. Examples of software are MS Word, MS Excel, PowerPoint, Google Chrome, Windows, MS Paint, etc. Hardware cannot perform any task without software, and software cannot be executed without hardware. A combination of hardware and software forms a usable computing system.
So did you hear that now? You have a better understanding what is hardware and what is software?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, so 5 types of hardware. 1, the RAM, and that's random access memory. I'm going to show you an example. So this is an old laptop that I have, right? An old laptop. and I'm going to show you what the RAM look like. You can see it. So I take out the RAM card out of the laptop and I'm showing it to you now. After we finish this session, what I'm going to do, I take a picture of it and send it into the group so you have a better view of what it looks like. So that's an example of a RAM. 2, a hard disk. And the hard disk is used to store data. 3, monitor. That's what I showed you yesterday. I showed you a monitor. 4, a mouse. And 5, a keyboard. So those are 5 types of hardware. I'm going to go back over the 5 types of hardware again. So 5 types of hardware are the RAM, that's the random access memory. Hard disk, and the hard disk is used to store data. The monitor, a mouse, and a keyboard. Differences between hardware and software. A computer hardware is a physical device used with a machine, while software is a collection of codes installed onto your computer hard drive. Word processing software use the computer processor, memory, and hard drive to generate and save documents. I'm going to go back over the difference between the hardware and the software. So for the hardware, it is a physical device used with your machine. The machine is your computer, your tablet, your laptop, your smartphone. That is your machine. So the hard drive is a physical device that's used with that machine, right? While the software is a collection of codes. So the built-in codes are built-in into the computer or your device. It is installed onto that computer hard drive. So each computer have a hard. There are 2 types of external hard drive. We have portable and desktops. For example, USB cards, that's the card that we use to plug into our laptop, to our phones, or to the TV. 2, keyboard and printer. I'm going to show you a clip now. What is hardware?
Types of hardware. Computer hardware is the physical parts of the computer system. Computer hardware is divided into internal hardware and external hardware. Internal hardware. Internal hardware are hardware found inside the system unit. Motherboard is the central circuit board, found inside the system unit. All other hardware are plugged into the motherboard. They are central processing unit. The CPU is the brain of the computer. It is responsible for all data processing. CPU is placed in the CPU socket on the motherboard. Internal memory. Random access memory and read-only memory are the internal memory used to store computer data. RAM is fixed in the slot present on the motherboard. ROM is also pinned on the motherboard. Power supply. Power supply sends power through cables to the motherboard and other components. Graphics card. Graphics card is plugged into the motherboard, and makes the computer to display images on the monitor. Fan. fan act as a heat sink. It keeps the CPU cool and stops from overheating. Sound card. Sound card enables the computer to produce sound. It also helps us to connect the microphone to the computer system. Expansion slot. An expansion slot is the slots on a motherboard. It can hold an expansion card like a video card, network card, or sound card to expand the computer's functionality. Drives. Hard disk drive, floppy disk drive, optical disk drive are connected to the motherboard. External hardware. External hardware are hardware found outside the system unit, and they are connected to the system unit. They are input devices, output devices and storage devices. External hardware components are called peripherals. Input devices. Input devices are used to enter data and instruction into the computer. Examples of input devices are keyboard, mouse, scanner, light pen, joystick, webcam, microphone, etc. Output devices. Output devices receives the information from the computer, and gives it to the user in a human-readable form like text, audio, and video. Example of output devices are monitor, printer, speaker, headphone, projector, etc. Storage devices. Storage devices are used to store data. Examples are optical disc, floppy disk, hard disk, USB flash drive, memory card.
It's a clip about what is hardware. Miss Column, you hearing me? Mr. Mika, you hearing?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Did you hear the clip? Or should I replay? All right, seems that everybody hears the clip, so I don't have to go back over that. All right, types of software, that's what we're going next. And I'm going to play this as a short clip also about what is software.
Types of software. Computer software is a set of instruction that guides the computer hardware, and tell the hardware what to do, when to do, and how to do a task. Software gives life to the computer. Without software, the computer is a dead machine. Computer software is divided into application software and system software. Application software. Application software are programs that help the user perform specific tasks. Word processing software like MS Word, WordPad, and Notepad are used to create documents such as letters, reports, etc. Database software like Oracle, MS Access are to store data and perform some operations on the data. Spreadsheet software like Microsoft Excel are used to organize data in rows and columns, perform calculations, and present data in charts and graphs. Presentation software like Microsoft PowerPoint is used to display information in the form of slides. Internet browsers like Google Chrome, Firefox, and Safari are used to access the Internet. System software, System software is a set of program that controls the computer hardware. The system software is the platform for running the application software. System software are operating system and utility software. Operating system. Operating system is a software that acts as an interface between the user and the computer system. Operating systems for desktop and laptop computer are Microsoft Windows, Linux, Mac OS. Microsoft Windows is a very popular operating system created by Microsoft. The founder of Microsoft is Bill Gates. There are different versions of Microsoft Windows. Mac OS is an operating system created by Apple. The founder of Apple is Steve Jobs, and Steve Wozniak. Mac OS can run on all Macintosh computers. Linux is a free operating system that can be downloaded from the internet. It was developed by Linus Torvalds. Operating systems for mobile devices are Android and Apple iOS. Android is the most common mobile operating system used for mobile phone and tablets. iOS is used on iPhone and iPad. Utility software. Utility software is a software used to analyze, configure, optimize and maintain the computer. Example of utility software are antivirus software, backup software, disk compression tool, file manager. Now, let's see the summary of what we have learned. Computer software is a set of instruction that guides the computer hardware.
So earlier on, I mentioned the 3 types of software, right? So if you look on your screen here, you see computer software, and this is a summary of what we learned before, what I was talking about before. So the system software, we have operating system, utility software, and we have the language processor, but the language processor is not here on this video clip. But those are the 3 main types of software. And we have the application software over here that we talked about, the Chrome, the WordPad, the PowerPoint, and the Google software. So software is a general term of a variety kind of program used to operate computers and related devices. The term hardware describes the physical aspects of computer and related devices. Let us continue the video.
Software is divided into application software and system software. Application software are programs that help the user perform specific tasks. System software is a set of program that controls the computer hardware. System software provides the platform for running the application software. System software are divided into operating system software and utility software.
I hope everybody has listened to that clip. After we finish this class, everything will be in the WhatsApp group, so you can go back over those videos. When we looked on the topic, what is hardware, the types of hardware, the types of software. We listened to videos that show you those types of software, the difference between hardware and software, because there are 2 differences between them, right? I read before the differences between, I told you, computer hardware is a physical device that you use with the machine or the computer that you use or your technology that you use. And the software is a collection of codes that install onto the computer. So it is installed onto your device. Now I'm going to be asking some questions. I'm going to ask 5 questions, and I want you to unmute your mic. If you're going to answer the question, you're supposed to press on the reaction at the bottom of the screen, and then you're going to put your hand up. You're going to raise your hand. So it's going to look like this, right? So you're going to raise your hand. Look at the hand here. You're going to raise your hand. And then I will see when you raise your hand and I'll tell you to unmute your mic and give the answer. So number one, I hope you guys are taking notes. Number one question, what is a hardware? So remember to put up the hand, raise your hand, and then I'll tell you to unmute your mics. What is a hardware? We listen to video clips about hardware. What is the hardware? And I read it to you guys. So you're supposed to can answer these questions. 5 of the questions. So what is a hardware? Yes, Miss Column, unmute your mic and answer.
Hardware is a physical device that we use to accommodate our. It's a physical device that we use to on our laptops and so on our devices.
Okay, so a hardware is a
yes, and it can be a hard drive. Yes, we can touch it.
Yes. So we use the hardware to connect with our tablets, our phones, our other devices that we have, right? So it is a physical device used with our machines. All right, give Miss Column a clap. Second question. Give me an example of a software. I have mentioned some software and it has played in the video. If you were listening, you can answer these questions. So 2 examples of a software. What you can do, go back into the reaction, Miss Column, and you're going to lower back your hand so your hand can come back down. Then if you have, I'm going to answer again, you raise back your hand. Yes. So 2 examples of a software, only 2. So 2 examples of a software. Take your time, guys. Even though it's 2:40 now, so just take your time. It's question time now. 2 examples. So 2 examples of a software. 2 examples. Only 2 examples. So we're asking it's question time now. Mr. Maker, I asked the question, give me 2 examples of a software. Yes, Miss Latoya, unmute your mic and give me the answer. Yes, Miss Latoya, I told you to unmute your mic and give me the answer.
I'm trying.
I'm hearing now.
Excel and Windows.
Yes. So you said Windows, I heard that, and Excel?
Yes, and Excel.
That is one of the software. So you need the next one.
The next one, iTunes.
No.
No, not iTunes. The next one, I forgot.
I called them out before when we just started off. And it's a the one that you gave, the 2 that you gave me a while ago is a Microsoft program. So you gave me those two. Those two was correct. The other one is an internet browser. So give me one of the internet browser. All right, I'm going to just answer that one for you guys. I'm going to give you that one because you get half of this one correct. I'm going to give you the other one. So the internet browser, you can have Firefox, Safari, or Chrome, right? The next question, what is the difference between the two software? What is the difference between the two software? Remember, one is hardware and one is software. So what's the difference between them? I read it more than 12 times. You even listen to the clip. The difference between hardware and software. Yes, Miss Brock, unmute your mic. You can go ahead and unmute your mic now and answer the question.
The difference between the hardware and the software. The hardware is the one that they can physically touch.
Yes.
The software is a collection of codes that are inside of the device.
Yes, so you are definitely correct. So hardware is a physical device used with the machine or your device, and software is a collection of code that's installed onto the computer hard drive. So you are definitely correct. That's why I know you are listening. You all are listening. Number 4, give me examples of an external hardware. I mentioned 3 of them earlier on. Give me an example, if I even one example of an external hardware. Go ahead, Miss Latoya.
Is it a thumb drive?
No.
It's not a
Mouse,
computer?
keyboard, monitor, printer, speaker.
Yes, Miss Tamika. At least you get one right. You do not want to answer. You don't long to the answer. You don't want to answer. Yes, Miss Tamika. All right. For the last question is, what is the meaning of RAM? What is the meaning of RAM? I mentioned it twice.
What we mean again? Random access memory.
Yes, you get the next one right. Yes, so it's random access memory. That's what I remember. I show you the picture of the RAM. I'm going to send it in the group also so you can have a better view of it. All right, so you guys did well today and we're on time. We're in track. We're 2:46 now, so we still have a lot of time. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a little clip about the difference between computer and man. What's the difference?
Computer versus man. A computer has some features that make it smarter than man. Let us know about these features. A computer can store a large amount of information, and it cannot forget it. A man cannot store a large amount of information. He can easily forget the information stored in his mind. A computer can work very fast and do many jobs at a time. It is capable of multitasking. A man cannot work fast. He needs more time to do any work. He cannot do many jobs at a time. A computer cannot make any mistakes. Its work is accurate. A man can make mistakes. A computer does not get tired. It can work for a long time without taking rest. A man gets tired easily. He needs rest after working for some time. A computer cannot take its own decisions. A man can make his own decisions. A computer cannot work by itself. It works on a man's order. A man does not need any order to work. A computer does not have any feelings. It cannot cry, laugh, or react to anything. A man has feelings. He can cry, laugh, or react to anything. For each and everything, man depends on the computer. Computer plays a major role in a human life.
So that's a small little clip about computer versus man. So some of the stuff computer can do while human beings cannot do it. And there are things that we can do and the computer cannot do it. Because we can take our own make our own decisions. Computer cannot do that. The computer is being programmed. We can make our own orders. The computer cannot do that because it's still programmed. So in every area you go, the computer is programmed and human beings can do whatever we want to do. We have 10 minutes leave. Any questions? Any questions you want to ask? All right. So for the next 10 minutes till we are going to finish our session, I'm going to continue with the riddles that we started before. So what starts with P and end with E, but has a million letters in between? I'm going to read again. What starts with P and ends with E, but has a million letters in between?
Ends with what?
E, as in egg. So it starts with P as in pear and finish with the letter egg.
Post office.
Post office, yes. One. What cannot be kept until it is given? So what cannot be kept until it is given? Miss Latoya, seems like you're gone. So what cannot be kept until it is given?
Woman.
No.
What cannot be kept until it's given? I don't know. I'm gonna say rain. Rain?
Rain can't keep on. No, rain cannot be kept and given.
But then I pause my brain.
It's a promise. The answer is a promise.
Really?
You cannot keep the promise. And the answer is given.
Wow. You can't keep a promise until it's given.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. The next one. This goes around the world, but stays in the corner. This goes around the world, but stays in the corner. What is it? The nearest clue I can give you, it is in a post office. So this goes around the world, but stays in the corner.
I guess.
No. Guess the yes, Mino say guess the in the post office, yes. And it's in have you been around corner? And guess go around the world. Right in our post office.
I mean, you have to have plane, carry it, bus, carry it, seriously, you go everywhere and then to party.
These riddles are very nice this evening. Oh no, we have 4 minutes leave and I want to finish these riddles quickly. Oh, Tistabika, you want to try? So this goes around the world but stays in the corner. What is it? It's in a post office. That's the nearest clue I can give you. It's in a post office. Oh no.
I want stamp.
Yes, it's a stamp. Yes, it's a stamp.
Yes, a stamp.
I hear that in our snow.
Yes.
Yes, it's a stamp. All right. Next one. This one is very tricky. Listen carefully, Miss Column. Listen. All right. During which month do people work the least? During which month do people work the least? So it's a riddle. So which month do you think people work the least? Which month? So during which month do people work the least?
December or July?
No.
December holiday time,
Oh, no. Come on, try again, Miss Jewel. Try again, Miss Column. Come on, Miss Column. Mr. Mika, like she lost her signal today. Class is nice this evening, you know. Today is nice. Today is epic. So yes, we're having a little bit of fun until the time is up. We have 3 minutes leave. So guys, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Work that brain. Work that brain. Work that brain, work that brain, work that brain this evening. Work that brain. Ooh, class nice today. Today is our second day of our virtual online class, guys. So yes, let's work the brain. Think, guys, think. So during which month do people work the least? During which month do people work the least? During which month do people work the least? Come, yes, Miss Callum. You can open your mic and talk, man. You don't have to raise your hand. It's a riddle. It's just a game we're playing. We have 1 minute leave.
February.
Yes, it's February. Yeah, it's February. So February is remember now, we have 12 months in a year. And February has the least. Yes, because February has 28 days. Yes. Oh, no. All right. What color is ruby? What color is ruby? This is a fun trivia question. What color is ruby? And this is the last question before we go.
White. Is it white?
No, ruby. Ruby. Listen to the word ruby.
Oh, ruby.
Yes, ruby.
Oh.
What color is ruby?
What? White? White?
It's the white funny. The white ruby.
Mr. Mika? No, it's not white. It's ruby. What color is ruby? You know I love ruby. And that's my favorite color, Miss Tamika and Miss Brumfield. Sorry, Miss Brumfield and Miss Colum should know this by heart, because that's my favorite color. White? No, not white.
Just say that after that. There's a rule.
Mine is pink, sir.
You know, today class nice, guys, and thank you. Our time is up, guys. It is red.
What color is it?
Red. Miss Colum should know this.
Red?
Yes, a red, ruby red. Oh no. So guys, thank you again for being a part of this session. Today was lovely. I improved from yesterday's class and today was okay again. So thank you again for being a part and for your time and your effort again. And for Friday, we won't have any class tomorrow and Thursday. So those days are out. You have time for yourself until Friday. Friday is our questionnaires day. We're going to have a lot of fun on Fridays. We're going to have a lot of activities going on Friday. And for Friday topic, we're going to look about computer applications. So we're going to learn about the Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and so on. All right. So love you guys. See you on Friday. Unmute your mics to say goodbye.
Bye, Mom.